Jordan, I know a big part of being a goalie is forgetting, but does that Game 7, the end of regulation, overtime, a tough one to get out of your head?
Yeah, it's frustrating. Obviously, it was a tough moment, but that's hockey, and we fought hard till the end, and I think we can definitely say that we're holding our heads high after what's went on in this stretch, and at the same time, we're definitely excited for what's to come and just to get back to work. So, yeah, it's a tough moment, but at the same time, it's I'm grateful and proud for those opportunities and being in that moment and experiencing that, and then just looking forward for more.
Cam, obviously coming here after being in Anaheim for so long, you don't know what to expect. But now when you can look back on this experience that you've had here, can you feel comfortable with your decision? And are you excited about what has transpired so far and what lies ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've said this a lot, but I'm so grateful and thankful to this organization from top to bottom for giving me this opportunity and making me and my family feel so comfortable here. So as scary as that decision was at the time, I'm really happy with how everything's turned out, and me and my family have been so happy here and with this team. So I'm really excited for the future, and I definitely feel like I'm a part of this group now, and the way that everyone has welcomed me into the locker room has made that transition very easy for me. So I'm thankful for that, and to all these guys, and really excited about our group and what lies ahead in the future.
Cam, along those lines, I know this decision's months ahead of you, but since you're speaking like that, being part of this, would you like to maybe talk about signing here at some point and being here longer?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those decisions and those conversations, will have to be something that we go through over the summer and with Doug and the whole group here. But, I would love to be around as long as they'd like me here. I just honestly, I can't say enough about this team and this city and what it means to be a Blue, and what that means for the players and for the fans and the community. It just is something that I've really enjoyed. So if those conversations come up, and I'd be happy to talk about that, and we'll see what the summer brings with all that.
Jordan, after the success of the season and tasting the playoffs again, are you even hungrier or even more motivated going into your summer of work?
Yeah, I think it was an important stride for us as a team, as a group, as just our culture, and just our belief in each other, our group, our team, our coaching staff, management. Like it was a big deal. So absolutely, I think we've gotten together over the last couple of days, and since Game 7 there, and just talking with the guys, everyone is genuinely excited and wants to improve individually and in turn as a group to bring what they can to the table. And so it's exciting for sure.
Cam, obviously you've had some really deep runs in Anaheim in the past, some really good years, and since coming to St. Louis, you've put up some of the best numbers of your career. Just how do you explain, why you were able to have so much success this season here in St. Louis?
Well, I think a major part of that was the system that we have in place here with Monty, and kind of specifically for me, how he wants the D-men to approach the game. So I just found myself very comfortable in the system, and we have amazing players here, obviously, too, that helps make my job a little bit easier. But I think it was the opportunity and the way that Monty wants us to utilize our skating ability and jump up in the play offensively. And then, I had a good opportunity on the power play too with Tomer and Bucci, like Boldy, and we got that clicking pretty good. So I think it was just a combination of it all. But the main thing for me was playing in the system that the coaching staff has set in place for us, and it just it was something I was comfortable with, and then I was able to try and work my game around that as best I could.
Jordan, you had the chance to talk to Hellebuck after. I don't know if you want to share any of that, but if you can give us an insight to what it's like to be the guy in the building. They're chanting your name. He obviously struggled in this building. What is it like when the whole focus is on one person? Can you just give us a little insight into what he was going through as well as yourself?
Yeah, I don't think our fans made it easy on him, for sure. And that's just, while we're here, just talking about the fans, again, we were talking about it last night, just how much of an impact they had on our final stretch here in the season, and encouragement, and bringing it every night. And it really is a big deal, and we're very grateful and appreciative of that. And back to your question, it's funny. I think I was in junior hockey at the time, and I went to watch a pro game, and I heard it was a playoff game, and I heard the crowd chanting the other goalie's name, and I think I was with my dad at the time, and I said, I think this is pretty cool. I'd like to experience this one day, basically. And then when you're there, and it's real. As a goaltender, for me at least, I'm just trying to focus on the moment and the current play at hand, and you can't help to hear the whole audience, the crowd getting after you. And I think it's a really, I think it's very cool, and something at this point in my career, I take in and I cherish, and it's something I'll always remember, and enjoying that moment like that. And it's part of it, and that's playoff hockey, and that's what makes it so fun, is that added intensity and passion from you can feel from everyone around you. And like I said, must have not been easy for him with the Blues crowd like that, but he knows it comes with the territory, and it's part of the job.
When they do it to you, are you laughing inside?
I think there's a little part of me that finds humor in something like that. And they had another chant going and saying Luke is better between Shanner bros there, and I thought that was pretty funny. We were laughing about it, but it's good stuff, yeah.
Jordan, you were good before the Four Nations face-off, and you were great afterwards. What do you think that did for your play?
I don't know. I think probably a number of things, and obviously that was a big checkpoint to get to, and go all into. And obviously following that, we just came back. Perry and I, and we felt our group had a very strong couple days of practice, and really came back with something to prove. And then Perry and I being around just such high talented players, and seeing how they all operate on the day-to-day, and that level of competitiveness and excellence. And I think it was a combination of everything, and how our team played, and allowing us, and me personally, to find my game per se, and find a rhythm. And so I don't think it can be one particular thing. It's kind of a combination of everyone involved, and but it was very exciting.
Cam, you'd love to easily forget about what happened Sunday, but is it okay to carry those feelings forward? Can that stoke and fuel the fire when you come back here in 4 months?
Yeah, well, I think you have to, it's a little bit of both, in my opinion. I think you have to learn from it, understand, what happened, and the way it happened is something that's going to sit with us for a little while. I don't think it's something that you can dwell on, and it's nothing that should be used as a negative for next season. I think if anything, it shows us as a group how close we feel like we are, and we were, in a great position with a great opportunity, and unfortunately it slipped through our fingers. But I think sometimes you have to go through those moments as a group to learn from them and try and reach the point that you're all trying to get to. So I know individually a lot of us will be thinking about it for weeks to come and using it as motivation, but when we all come back for training camp next year, I think it'll be it'll be motivation for us, of course, but it's not something that we'll be dwelling on, and we'll be excited for the start of next season and where this group can grow and the point that we can get to as a team.
Jordan, I'm just curious to hear your thoughts personally on your year. You become the all-time wins leader here in St. Louis, then you go and win at the Winter Classic stage, and then you go to Four Nations, and then are kind of a focal point of a historic run here in St. Louis as well. As you reflect, I know it's soon, but as you reflect on kind of what the last 7 months have been like for you, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't even thought about that, and it feels like that was so long ago that it doesn't even feel like this season with the wins record. But now that you bring it up, some special moments along the way personally, and I feel very grateful for the opportunities, and I guess a lot of good personal moments and moments as a group, and I haven't really thought about it. I think I need a little more time to reflect, but I think right now what's on my mind is this last, 25 games or so, just from that break, and the excitement around this group, I think is where only thing I can think of right now, really. But I'm sure I'll take some time to reflect, and I appreciate you bringing that up.
Jordan, I'm curious for you too, just being in net for this team all year, going back to October and comparing how things look in April and May. I'm just curious, how different does it look on the ice, the team playing in front of you, the style they're playing? How different is it from October to May? Yeah,
it's a big difference. And like Cam said, I think our system plays a key role in that. And Imani's done a great job in finding ways to get the best out of guys, and then off the ice, I think our culture has really taken a good shift in a positive direction, and it's welcoming, it's encouraging, and I think that has a lot to do with it. But beyond ice specifically, I think we've really built our game and our foundation, and we'll continue to do so.